just walking down the jetway, heading to Cordova, go deer hunting with my childhood friend Micah. We grew up together. He lives in Cordova, which is a short hop away from Homer. I had to drive from Homer to Anchorage and get on a plane, so getting on the plane now. I got upgraded to first class. That's pretty cool, but it is a pretty short flight too, so it's like an hour, but you know, I'm in the comfy seat. I'm gonna try to get some sleep. So I've made it to Cordova, got picked up by my friend Micah. We have been friends since we were kids. Lots of great adventures together. A lot of deer hunting together. He's a commercial fisherman here, but since having kids and everything like that, we definitely get a little less time to hang out together than we used to. But it's fun to do something, go deer hunting, and get some one-on-one time. So we're gonna have fun. Here we go. Walking down to the boat. Micah's got a bow picker, which is a commercial fishing boat where you're reeling the net over the front of the boat. It's like a gill net and it catches salmon. We also use it for long lining for halibut, black cod, and it's a pretty good platform. It's a jet boat, which means it can go in super shallow water, and that's pretty handy. So this type of boat is called a bow picker, and you can see here there's this roller over the front, and typically when he's fishing he's got a big giant reel that reels up the fishing net, and he catches salmon with it, and basically this net gets pulled up over the bow and gets reeled up right there. So it's they're a pretty purpose-built boat for catching sockeye salmon. But right now he's got the reel pulled off of it, which makes it an awesome platform for doing trips like this. So we're gonna have fun. Heading out, hunt one from the boat. So the spot we're going in here is it's pretty good. We're gonna go in just a little ways and split up, kind of work two different sides of some really big meadows and foresty areas. Probably end up about a quarter mile, half a mile apart. We're definitely getting out here later in the day, so we're just really gonna go get a lay of the land, see how quiet or noisy it is to walk around. Micah's been out here a bit already this year. He's got a couple deer, and so really we're just trying to go get a lay of the land, see how quiet or noisy it is. We've kind of gotten some reports back saying that it can be a bit crunchy and noisy with the frost, but it's actually warmed up a little bit since then, so hopefully that means that the grass is maybe a bit softer than crunchy because it's noisy. But you know, we don't have a lot of time today to hunt, but we can at least get an idea of what it's like, so we get a full day in tomorrow. So day one. I'm in the woods. I'm on the hunt. Micah went one way. I'm going a little different way. And we'll see where we go. It is noisy up here. Wow. It is crunchy and loud. I'm wishing I had studded my boots, because some of this ice is slippery and I've got some studs at home that I could have screwed right into my boots. Right now I'm moving kind of fast, just because I don't think there's a lot of deer signing activity down here. And I'd like to get a little bit further into the area before I really slow down. Starting to snow pretty good. Been out here for about an hour. Seen a lot of tracks, old tracks, and seen a lot of poop, which is good, but it's really noisy walking around. I'm trying to work my way over to a lake that's over here, because I'll be able to travel really quiet again on that ice. But I'm just working my way there very slowly. When you're moving in this type of environment, you kind of got to move like an animal moves, which isn't just stomp, 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 stomp like humans move. It's kind of like they take a step and then they stop and they graze and they sniff. So you're kind of like almost taking 1 or 2 steps, maybe 3 at the most, and then you stop and look. It's also very conducive to hunting, because every time you take a step, you kind of open up a new line of sight. And that's how you see animals. So sometimes it's about moving really, really slow and just looking. I only got to go about 100 feet to the ice, but it's probably going to take me 15 minutes to get there, 20 minutes. So right now I'm actually walking across a frozen lake. It's pretty cool. I stopped and checked it in one place and it was about 6 inches thick, which I feel really good about walking across, you know. Sometimes you gotta be careful. That can be bad news if you break through the ice. No one's around to help you or knows. So I'm staying right along the edge, but it's also real thick, which I feel pretty good about. But the reason I'm going across the ice is it is very quiet. It's definitely the quietest way to move out here. I'm just getting back to the beach. Looks like Mike is down here. I followed his tracks down for a bunch of it. And yeah, back down at the water. I saw one doe, but she was in the bushes and I could never get a good shot at her. So she lives to deer another day. What's up? Hard to see.
Yeah.
It's like
kind of like little dark shapes everywhere. And like, what the heck?
Yeah. I saw a lot of not deer.
Yeah.
A lot of bushes where I'm like, what's that?
I'm excited about the snow though.
it made things quieter.
Yep, and it's gonna kind of cure overnight
Yeah.
and homogenize, and like,
Hopefully it does, yeah, because this snow's a little warmer than the stuff below, which is crunchy, so hopefully it warms up that stuff below, because
yeah,
it got a lot quieter over the course of the afternoon.
yeah.
Well, we're about to lose the light.
Now let's go back and make some dinner.
Make some din-din. So we didn't get anything yesterday, but we're getting a good start today. Then the weather's going to be way better today than it was yesterday, so that's good. So we're going back in a bay right here that the tide is definitely something you have to consider all the time when you're hunting in areas like this and where you take your boat. But right now, the tide is going to be rising throughout the course of the day, so really we can bring this boat as far as we want, as far as we can, and we know we don't have to worry about the tide going back out and leaving us stranded because the water just continues to rise. So, you know, no matter when we kind of come back, to a point, obviously till like 3 or 4 o'clock, we should still be able to get the boat out of here. So we've got most of the day, and by that point, by 4 o'clock, it's getting too dark to see anyways, so we'll probably hunt till 2 or 3, maybe, something like that. Depends on what we get. Maybe we just stack them up and we're out of here by 1. That's the hope. Woke up this morning with a little bit of a cold, which sucks. Got a bit of some inflammation in my airway, which sucks, but hopefully just being outside and breathing, get some of that loosened up. We're in a new spot, different side of a bay this morning. Should be pretty fun. We're gonna get into it. Oh, I just can't believe I missed that deer, and I just scoped myself. Oh, I'm standing in a tree here. I'm standing in a tree, and I didn't have my rifle into my shoulder very good. Oh, totally newbie lame move, right? Oh my gosh. I didn't have my rifle into my shoulder good, and I just totally scoped myself. What a drag. Never done that before. Shotguns a lot, but I just had my shoulder, my rifle not very good into my shoulder here. Well, I can't believe that just happened to me. But shit happens, right? Stuff happens. I've been hunting for a lot of years. I hadn't scoped myself yet. Finally did. Might just get the blood to kind of stop. I don't think it's real deep. I think it's just kind of took a little bit of skin off. I'm so used to this gun not actually kicking that hard because I've got this silencer on it, which helps reduce a lot of the recoil. Plus it's just a 308, so I'm not that worried about it. But it still has some recoil. Kind of being up in a tray, I didn't have it shouldered quite right. I thought I had that deer for sure. Thought it was a sure thing. see a deer. I got him. I just got one deer. Not a real big one, but I got it. It's a really nice doe down here. Pretty happy about it. You know, this is day 2 of hunting. Been hunting pretty hard, and it has been really hard to hunt. This crunchy snow making noise everywhere. I would have liked to have gotten a buck. You're allowed to hunt does this time of year, and I would have really liked to have been able to got a buck, but at this point, 2 days in hunting, you gotta take what you can get. This is meat going home and in the freezer, so I'm pretty happy about that. And it's actually not a doe. It's a little buck, little button buck. You can see here, it's got little horns right there, little tiny horns. This is kind of a young deer. He's gonna taste really good though. This animal is perfect for my family, so I'm really happy. Thank you, deer. Really happy, really proud to have gotten a deer. And it's a boy, which means I didn't take a doe out of the breeding population, so I don't think this could be any better. He's going home tonight. Okay, that's one deer. Time to get out of here. It's actually kind of nice that it wasn't a super big one, a young buck, because I got a long way to go, a couple miles to walk out, and I don't have so much weight on my back, just a little bit. I have hunted successfully on the way back down after killing an animal, but it's much harder. You know, it's kind of just dumb luck when you come upon one after you are coming down heavy. I gotta consult my map here. Oh, I lost my Snicker bar. Something. It's gonna be really happy to have that. Yeah, I got you. How you doing?
Good. I got a buck pretty far away still. There's kind of a lake up here. I don't have the cell data, but I'm on my way down. It should be there by 4, hopefully, on the other side of the bay there.
That sounds good. I got one too. It's all boned out already and on my back. I just started moving about 5 minutes ago, and I'm moving kind of slow. It was a small one, button buck, but it's some.
Okay, yeah, see how far I get him dragging. I just figured I might as well get going because I got him dragged. You know, I got him out in about 5 minutes. I figured I'd just see how it goes.
All right, good luck. So I just talked to Micah there. He got a deer, and I got a deer. It's been a productive day, which is great. Now I'm walking my way back out, going slow, making lots of noise. You'd have to be a pretty dumb deer to stumble into me now. I actually am back on the raft. So I got my deer in my pack right there. I hunted my way out, but I didn't see any deer. Nothing really popped out. It's so hard to move quietly. It's like pretty much impossible. Micah ended up hunting one side of this bay, and I hunted the other side, so there's a lot of water up that way, and it's actually starting to go out now, but I am just loitering out here waiting for him to come out. I think he's gonna pop out right there. Oh, yep, I can actually just start to see him right now through this little cut in the trees. Right there behind me, he's gonna pop through there any second. He's got a deer. I heard on the radio, I got a deer, so this day has been a great success, which is pretty cool. It's definitely a long, full day. And I got scoped, which was that's a new experience for me. I'm sure it's happened to other people out there, and I'm sure a lot of other people are gonna have comments about like, why'd you let that happen? You know, shit happens. happens. Stuff happens. It's just the way it goes. You know, but I was successful in that I got deer down the mountain. Oh, there's Micah there. I'm gonna fire up this outboard and we'll go get him. Looks like he drug it down. That's hard work. It's actually a great way to get a deer down as long as it's all downhill. If it's uphill at all, it can be horrible. Horrible. He got a really nice buck. Wow, I'm jealous. I got a buck too, but barely. He didn't even know he was a buck yet. Micah got a really nice one. I'm not surprised. He's a very good hunter. Yeah, dude. Yeah. Deer. Yeah. Dude, that's a nice one. Oh, super cool.
Yeah. Very happy.
Yeah.
Side body.
Yeah.
Not sure where I hit it.
Scared it to death?
Yeah. I didn't spend a whole lot of time because it was getting late in the day. I didn't get a whole lot of time to assess the situation. I had him gutted out and I was dragging him in under 5 minutes.
Yeah.
I think there's no time to waste.
Yeah, we're losing the light. Tide's going out.
Yeah, we don't have a lot more time before all this turns into mud flats. So without further ado, let's put the gear on one side and the gear on the other. How about that?
Sounds like a plan. All right. Did you see my photo, my deer?
What's that?
Did you see the photo of my deer?
No, I haven't had reception.
He barely had antlers. I thought it was a doe for sure. And then I was like, oh. And then he's like, his antlers were about a centimeter long.
Yeah.
I was like, oh, sweet.
Yeah.
Didn't take out a...
No women and children.
No women and children.
Yeah. He was up there. Made me work pretty hard for it. Pretty gassed up.
Do you think it was the one you were following?
No, because it was one of those things where I was like following tracks.
Yeah.
Going with the tracks, and all of a sudden I was like, da-da, and I looked down and they were coming like against me, and I was like, when did that happen?
Yeah.
He turned around and I got on some other tracks and they were going the wrong way. So then at that point I was like,
where did you find this one?
Pretty far back up in there by a big lake. I mean, those hills over there, those big ones.
Yeah.
I was like up in those, but further up there, it was macho. I actually was just telling myself that I wasn't gonna shoot anything back there because it was gonna be too macho getting it out. It was too late in the day.
Yeah.
And then it was like clup, clup, clup right next to me, and I was like, oh yeah, I'll figure it out.
Yeah.
But it was a haul and a half. I'm gonna be hurting tomorrow. I'm too old for this shit. Oh my gosh. Felt good though. Should have boned him, but I would have been an hour behind me. You know, it's kind of like almost.
You would.
There's a break-even point when it's later in the day.
It took me 45 minutes, but I actually did a really thorough job. Like I took a bunch of rib meat. I boned it down. I left the spine and the ribs, of course, but like I went between all the ribs and just like I was like, it's early enough.
Yeah.
It was like the chances of me getting more meat today, so I might as well spend a little bit more time and get another like 5 pounds of meat off of this thing. So.
No, that's a solid call. Yeah, I wanted to have something to hang up next to the other one that I got.
So it wasn't lonely?
Yeah. I think from here on out I'm boning though. I don't think I can drag another deer. I think tomorrow my back's going to be pretty trashed. But I'm warmed up now, but...
I never feel like I can drag them that good with the horns on because I end up like they catch on everything.
Yeah.
So oftentimes I'll cut them off here and like take the head on my back.
Yeah. Now I had this thing zip, went around, went way up high, and just started tugging everything out, and it all came out, and I was dragging them, like I said, maybe 4.5 minutes after.
Is the heart in there still?
No, I didn't keep the heart on this guy.
basically how we woke up today. It's been about like this all day. This time of year, there's so not a lot of light in the sky. Not to mention when it's this overcast, you just can't see anything. So we're pretty much staying in the boat all day and not doing anything. I'll tell you what, it is a lot better in here. Right now, Mike is just out there resetting the anchor. The wind has been making it so we drag anchor, so we just pulled it and he's out there resetting it now. Woo! That should do it. Probably blowing like 30 out there right now or something. Yeah, wish I had a nice So there is a little bit of a lull in the weather here, and we are trying to get back to Cordova before another storm comes through and kicks up. So we got a couple days of hunting in. One day where we were just holed up in the boat all day because the weather was too bad, and now there's just a little window and we're trying to scoot back to Cordova. Would have been nice to maybe hunt one more time, but it is brutal out there right now. So might be time to call it a day, call it a trip. We're back in Cordova, back in the town of Cordova after a successful hunt. Got 3 deer. Micah got the 2 big boy beauties here. I got my little buck in there, and we're gonna wrap it up. It's time to me to head home and Micah to put his boat away for the winter. So just gonna get everything moved back off the boat and call it a day. The hunt is over at this point. Definitely brought home some meat. I would have liked to have gotten a little bit more meat, but you know, that's hunting. That's why it's not called just straight killing, because you got to actually go out and look for the thing, hunt the thing, get the thing, try to bring it home. So anyways, I'm bringing home some meat. That's the most important part, and I got to spend some great time with my friend. We don't get that time so much anymore with kids and families and living in different places, so that's always super valuable. I really hope you guys like this episode. You got to see a little bit about what it's like hunting in Alaska for blacktail deer, which is always, I know it's different for a lot of people, so we got to see some of that. Please hit the subscribe button and like it, and keep watching. I've got lots more videos coming on the way, stuff in the background for you guys to see that have already been shot. So thanks as always, and you will see me on the next one.